going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. It's been a nice game for Thompson. He's got 8 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game.
His both hands to slam it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
With the pass.
76ers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Noel. Shoots from 14. Tries again. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
The 76ers have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. The free throw drops for Grant. 55 seconds left in the third. Shumpert passes to Mozgov. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Mozgov's got 6 in the quarter.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Noel dishes to Grant. Clock at 6. Mozgov grabs the board.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And that one's good. Shumpert.
2 points.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Inside, out to Thompson. Another miss by Philadelphia. From deep three-point range, off on that one. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, opening up a huge gap. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. They've got him on Shumpert. James Jones is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's McRae, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Grant kicks to Stauskas. Marshall passes to Stauskas. And there's the feed to Brand.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Marshall. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Marshall's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia. Cavaliers shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is, that the players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
And here is Marshall after the three-pointer from Amon Shumpert. That one's rebounded by McRae. Jones for 3. The shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Kicks to Marshall. To Stauskas. Three-pointer. Grant dishes to Thompson. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Shumpert. Shumpert's got 41.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply. Right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Stauskas kicks to Brand. Brand sets a screen for Marshall. Back to Brand. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good. Marshall making the play.
Assist goes to Kendall Marshall. Cavaliers timeout.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And over the course of last season and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And with the three-pointers, the best teams in the NBA are great, Adam Clark. All 4 of the conference finals teams from last year were tops in the NBA in 3.
Yeah, it's definitely a predominant stat in the NBA now. And you look at some of the numbers. Curry broke his own record for made threes in a season. The Rockets set the team record. It's a real part of the game that you have to be good at to succeed in the league.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Carl Landry's checked in for Philadelphia. Now, here's Marshall, defended by Jones. And Marshall kicks to Stauskas. Brand, a screen on Irving. For 3, Marshall. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Nice one can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Plenty of space. And he overshot that one, missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Now, here is Irving. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Grant. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Brand kicks to Marshall. Back to Brand. Grant the pass to Marshall. Brand dishes to Landry. Takes a shot at the elbow. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got 4 this quarter. Cavaliers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. And it's Smith missing. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Marshall. Passes it to Landry. Good work defensively by Smith. Cleveland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games. Single-handedly.
Thank you, Cleveland!
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Here's Irving. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Philadelphia foul called. Jeremy Grant. That's his second personal foul.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
That's good.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Jones. Stolen by Brand. Now Marshall. The dish now to Stauskas. And the rejection by Love. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, a big gap between these teams as far as fast break points are concerned.
Yeah, and some teams play a slower tempo, but defensively you have to commit to sprinting back in transition and denying those runouts.
That's good.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Jones from outside. Again, the miss by Jones. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Marshall kicks to Stauskas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And it's Smith penetrating. There's the bucket. Good. Smith's got 13 points in the second half. '76ers shooting 40% in the fourth. And Marshall kicks to Brand. He dishes it to Marshall. A 3-ball. Good. Marshall's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He told them to always have their eyes up, always be looking for passing lanes and ways to get the ball into the low post. That was the brunt of his message. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. He rifled that one in from distance. Shumpert's got 46 points.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he sinks the layup.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And here are the 76ers now. following the miss by J.R. Smith. Landry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Landry's been putting up the numbers. He's got 11 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense. And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid comes in for Elton Brand. And it's Thompson in for Nick Stauskas. Smith drives in, banked in off the glass. Smith's got 12 now in this quarter.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Now here's Thompson. He kicks to Landry. Rebound by Smith with the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position. They don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space out the floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
And so here is Philadelphia after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. Thompson misses.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And it's Smith penetrating. That falls. An assist by Love. Smith's got 49 points in the game.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And that one's good.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Cleveland's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Here's Shumpert. Kept alive. Cowan passes to Shumpert. And he didn't get quite enough under that. One.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now, here is Landry. Out to Thompson. The floater can't capitalize inside.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
The drive by Shumpert, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Carl Landry did not like that one.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves, right? There, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now, here's Grant. Back to Embiid. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their team. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with only 1 game left to go on the season against the 76ers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Smith. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The 76ers getting the bucket. Shumpert, no good. Thompson against Smith. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. With the teardrop, it's blocked. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Tristan, what was Coach's focus for this team coming into tonight's game?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Tristan, thank you. Kevin, sometimes you've just got to light the fire.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
What an unbelievable night he had passing the basketball. He was in total harmony with the other 4 guys on the floor and created countless easy chances with his assist work. That was a great performance. When he passes like that, there's no way they can lose.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal. And that really opened up the game.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. No question, they've got this game penciled in as a win, but they still have to go out and make plays. They'll look to grab an early lead and get this one over with early. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue chicken alert.
And the city flowing with lights as we get a great look at beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. And the Knicks looking for a positive start here on their road trip. And now the New York Knicks starters. Amundsen is out there with Anthony. Then there's Calderon. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Zeller in at the center, filling out the middle.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Here is Calderon after Richard Jefferson's basket. Inside, layup off the pick. In deep, Zeller drops it in. Zeller's got his first points of the night. A 3-ball. Jefferson's shot is off. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving. Adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. Good.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Anthony against Jefferson. Pick by Zeller. The wide open look here for Anthony. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Calderon with it. Guarded now by Irving. Calderon kicks to Zeller. The Cavaliers pull it in. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been. In that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Here's Amundsen. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Pick by Zeller. Here's Anthony, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Calderon, no good.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
It's Thompson off the drive, and he jams it with authority.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And so here is New York. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking to me. You hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you play. You want to come out on top. If you're going to play those extra minutes.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Anthony drives in. Pass to Amundsen. And stolen by Love. J.R. Smith on the wing. Fires the three. And he gets the bucket. Smith's got 5. Points in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pick by Zeller. Anthony kicks to Amundsen. And he gets it to go. Amundsen's got his first basket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Calderon dishes to Zeller. Cannot hit. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player, even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And Anthony gets it to go.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Smith the pass to Irving. The shot hits the front of the rim and out.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. The scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage too, so really solid production in his first couple of years.
Now Irving, after Aaron Aflalo missing that last three-pointer. The shot's good from Smith.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assist.
Now here's Calderon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
The open shot, Anthony.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Love's got 5.
There's a chance. Could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
There's the pick. Calderon kicks to Amundsen and stolen by Love. Knocked away. Thompson from long range. Amundsen grabs the board. Knicks trail by 6. Calderon with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. To the paint, here's Zeller, and that comes off the assist by Calderon. 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency.